Hi, you clicked on this video because you wanted something bold, right? Don't worry, you're in the right place. No waiting, no dragging it out. This story gives you everything you came for. If you're a regular here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy it. Let's begin. His voice was warm near my ear when he leaned in and asked softly, "Does your husband ever make you feel seen like this?" I didn't answer right away. Couldn't. My hands rested on the edge of the counter, the cool surface steadying me as his presence stayed close, like he already knew the answer. I swallowed, then managed a quiet smile. "Does your wife let you talk this honestly with her?" I said back, leaning into the moment, letting my silence speak. He let out a sound that was half a laugh, half relief. "You didn't answer. You didn't need to." My feelings already had. The closeness between us wasn't just about being near. It came from shared secrets. From knowing we shouldn't cross certain lines, from knowing we were already standing on one. My heart beat faster with every second we stayed there, like it knew this moment was borrowed, like it sensed something was about to change. I reached back without thinking. He caught my hands, steadier than my husband ever had, and held them gently against the counter. It sent a rush through me, the kind I hadn't felt in years. Not at home, not in my own quiet routines. Marcus's voice returned to my ear. "You love how she has no idea." That name flashed through my mind like a warning. Her face, her laugh, the friend who trusted me. But then his words softened, slow and careful, and the thought drifted away. I pressed my lips together. The conversation deepened, less guarded, more honest, like we both knew we couldn't keep pretending. The room filled with low voices and shared pauses. Marcus spoke again, clear and certain, and I held the counter as my breath caught in his words. That was what Marcus did to me, what my husband couldn't. He filled the space my marriage had left empty. I was gone, lost in the quiet exchange and the weight of his presence, until I looked up. Lena. She was already there, standing in the doorway, arms folded, watching us, and we didn't even stop. I froze, but Marcus didn't. The second I saw her, everything in me screamed to pull away. My hands moved forward, trying to create space, to step back, but he stayed calm, keeping me grounded like he expected my panic, like he was ready for it. "Wait," I said. But it came out broken, half breath, half plea. He didn't raise his voice, he just stayed steady, drawing me back into the moment, my hands pressing to the counter. She was still there, arms crossed. I expected anger, shouting, something. Instead, she tilted her head and set her bag on the table like she'd just come home. Then she took off her coat, placed it neatly on a chair, and sat. Her eyes never left me. "You two seem close," she said, her voice light, almost gentle. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. My pulse was everywhere. I was still caught in the moment, aware of every breath, every pause, every second of her watching. Marcus didn't hesitate. "Yeah," he said quietly, "she matters." And then he spoke again with more intention, like he wanted her to understand. I let out a sound I couldn't stop. My knees felt weak. Lena smiled. My thoughts blurred. I tried to read her face, but all I could feel was the weight of the moment, heavy and consuming. I was overwhelmed, and neither of them seemed rushed. Lena crossed her legs slowly, like she was settling in. Then she leaned forward, opened her bag, and pulled out her phone. She lifted it to her ear, turning slightly away, but not fully. "Good news," she said, cheerful and calm. "Yeah, it's finally happening." I didn't know who she was talking to. I couldn't think clearly. I was bracing myself, breath catching, standing on instinct while my mind tried to understand. She ended the call, slipped the phone away, and stood. Then she stepped closer. Her eyes met mine, held there, and didn't let go as she moved with quiet confidence. No rush, no judgment, just certainty. I didn't understand. My thoughts couldn't keep up. She was coming toward us while I was still standing there, still held by the moment. And Marcus stopped. The room went still. His hands rested lightly at my sides, his breath near my ear, waiting. He didn't step away. He just waited. Lena reached me. She stood in front of me, calm and steady. Her fingers touched my chin and lifted it gently. I couldn't speak. She leaned in and kissed my cheek, a simple, unexpected gesture. I didn't know what it meant. I only knew I couldn't move. Lena pulled back slowly, eyes still locked on mine. Her fingers brushed my jaw, soft and reassuring, and her hand found mine. She didn't speak. I followed. My legs felt unsteady. My breath caught halfway up my throat. I could still sense Marcus behind me, quiet and near, his presence like a second heartbeat. We moved into the living room together. Lena led me to the couch, stopped, and turned to him. No words, just a look. Marcus sat. Then she guided me again, lower this time, until I settled beside him. He adjusted slightly, that same calm confidence, his arm resting around me like nothing had changed, like we were continuing a conversation we'd already started. And then he spoke, slow and thoughtful, like every word mattered. Lena stood in front of me, her gaze never leaving mine. She spoke softly, openly, and her hands rested on my knees like she was grounding me. She didn't rush, she didn't ask. She just shared what she felt, and I listened. Then her voice lowered, weaving warmth in every word, down through my chest, into my thoughts. Her hands never left me, just stayed steady and real. When she knelt in front of me, I felt the shift, not in space, but in emotion. Her voice stayed low, careful, patient. Marcus spoke behind me, calm and anchoring, his hand resting at my side, keeping me steady as Lena leaned closer. Her words were slow and thoughtful. I let out a quiet breath and reached for something solid. My fingers found Marcus's sleeve, my shoulders tensed, but her hand guided me, still completely at ease. He drew me closer, steady and sure. She continued speaking, and I forgot who was saying what. My head rested back against Marcus's shoulder. My lips parted with words I couldn't finish. My chest rose with every breath she took from me. Every time I felt overwhelmed, she slowed, letting me stay balanced. She wasn't pushing me, she was guiding me. And then it all hit me. A rush of feeling, sharp and impossible to hide. My voice caught, then broke with one quiet sound that didn't sound like me. Marcus held me closer. Lena stayed still, letting the moment pass. Then she stood, walked across the room, picked up her phone, and glanced at it, looking thoughtful. "I know this is a lot," she said softly, "and you're probably still trying to understand what this means." She opened a nearby drawer, pulled out a soft scarf, and walked toward me, calm and completely in control. "But we have one more surprise for you." She tied the scarf loosely around my eyes. The room faded. "You can come in now," she called. I heard footsteps, a new presence drawing closer. Then another sound, a chair moving, a quiet pause. My breath shook. I couldn't see anything. Marcus stayed beside me, his hand steady on mine. No one spoke. Then a voice joined us, calm and familiar. The scarf was lifted. Light returned. The room came back into focus. Daniel, my husband. He looked at me with a gentle smile, full of understanding. Then he spoke. "It's okay," he said. "You can let go." And in that moment, everything inside me softened, finally falling into place. That's the end of the story. Now, I really want to know, did it land for you? Was there a moment that stayed with you? Something that made you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Your feedback truly helps me make these better. And before you head out, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.